Hi guys, it's Rick Shiels down here at Quest Golf Academy, here at Prairie Sports Village, and I've got my good friend, mid-handicap tester, Rob Potter, in the house. And we're going to do some more testing today, but before we kick it off, I thought it'd be a good time to kind of catch up with Rob, get a bit of a Q&A going through social media. If you've never seen Rob's test before, he does a lot of my mid-handicap testing. We've not seen you for a while, have we?
February, I think, wasn't it?
February. So at the start of the year, been locked up. Locked up underneath the stairs, as you said.
Dobby's cave.
So we've got Rob back, and we posted a post yesterday to say, what product would you like to see him test? We've got a real good lineup coming soon. But we thought, let's just take 10 minutes to find out what Rob's been up to, where he's been with his golf this year, what he's potentially looking to do in 2018 with his golf. And we're going to do that having a little nearest the pin challenge on this hole here behind us, which is the 8th hole here at Carnoustie. Because unfortunately, you missed out on the opportunity to play here, didn't you, recently?
I did, yeah, I did.
Unfortunately, I texted Rob less than 12 hours before we teed off, said I've got a space, but Rob couldn't make it. So I thought, well, I'll treat him to going on this hole here. So I think the big question is, Rob, is everyone's going to ask, where have you been? What's been happening this year?
I've been trying to play a bit of golf. Unfortunately, injury's been a bit of an issue again for me. I've explained to a few people on social media that have asked me, so I won't tire people about it at the moment. But the idea now is going into the off season now is I need to get fit. I need to start doing some injury prevention. Just exercise as best as I can. So I'm going to do like a TPI thing. Anybody wants to help me out with that? Please. Plug. Yeah, I need to do something to try and get some strength back, but lose some weight, but also get the injury prevention in there as well.
I think the question everyone's going to want to ask is, what's your current handicap at the moment, Rob?
Right. Well, I've had a net loss of 0.3.
That's a win. That's good. I'm taking that.
Well, it was stable. I think the third competition in this year I won. I won on my handicap and got down to 12.7, I think it was.
Okay.
And then
I rang you to say, don't forget, Rob, you're my 13 handicap. I don't get too low.
Yeah. Well, I was still 13 at the time, but you said just don't get too low because we've not found anyone else to replace you yet, and you need to annoy the people who don't like you. So that's the reason why I've stayed as I was.
No, in all seriousness, you've not played loads of golf this year, have you?
I haven't, no. It's been a case of, for as an example for the guys and girls listening and watching, I for example, I shot the good round, the 81, won the comp, got knocked down, and then I had to have 7 days off and no swing in a golf club at all. Couldn't play the next comp. I was just in a lot of pain. Went back into a round of golf and then had to have 14 days off. I had to be given, I got prescribed a drug called naproxen, which is like, it's just like an elephant tranquilizer.
Right. Just
because the sheer pain out of my shoulders. I could shake your hand and go to shake it, but then I couldn't move my arm between there and there.
If I wasn't holding this ridiculous mic, I'd shake your hand.
And I actually had to get my other hand to move it to I couldn't move that range of motion and I couldn't turn it out that way neither.
So what have they put that down to?
They actually don't know. So they just gave me the naproxen, did it, and it just seemed to ease off. But the problem's still been niggling. Right. So I had another round of golf, another 7 days off. So it's just been stop, start all year. And it got to the point where I then lost confidence in what I was trying to do. Not in terms of what we'd been working on, but I was lost confidence in my own body and that going, well, if I push myself here to really try and swing this, we try and swing within ourselves, but you try and push a little bit as well, don't you? And it was just fear of, I'm going to wake up in agony again. Yeah. So this is the idea now, getting the fitness thing.
And you're all good now?
Yeah, as best I can. I've managed to hit 300 golf balls the other weekend, 100 golf balls yesterday, and 50 so far today, and no pain.
Yeah, this is just a warm-up before we do some testing. So hit some shots for me, Rob. Let's see how close we get to this.
Yep, no.
I think the big thing for you that's been a challenge this year is obviously your level of being able to play has been hindered by your injuries, and therefore handicap's not been able to move. I think you get a lot of stick online, the handicap's not come down, but I don't think that's fair, really.
No, not really. No, it's one of those. To be fair, I had a guy who gave me a load of grief, and I actually accept it because the gentleman's actually disabled himself, and he went, man up, I'm disabled, and I play 2-3 times a week. Yeah. Man up and get yourself out there. I'm actually disabled as well, but I'm through brain damage, so I understand your feelings. So it's not the same type of pain because I don't physically have the pain, but I understand where the guy was coming from. It was kind of a bit of a shock to the system and going, actually, yeah, you need to try and push through this pain barrier a wee bit. I was that bothered about making it worse. That's the one thing I didn't want.
You and Tiger have the same issues.
Well, there you go. What can I say? Which one of a kind?
Come on, this ball's itching to get hit.
It is.
So 156 yards, 8th hole, Carnoustie. Look at that. Start off with a hole in one. That'll be good.
It'll
Be
very
really good. Oh, hey, why are you off 13 still?
I have no idea. Well, there you go. Is that interview over now?
That was a great shot. Come on, jump over. I was going to try and beat you on that. That's pretty impressive. I have to do something with this microphone. While I'm hitting this shot, tell everyone what's your plans for 2018.
Right, plan for 2018 is the whole thing of the quest for single figures is still there ideally, but at the same time I'm not, I've got to make sure I've got to be realistic. So yeah, if I can get the handicap down again, even if I'm just going down by 0.3 each year, I'm getting there, and that's kind of the idea. But play more golf. I do really good lessons. I do really good lessons, but for a lot less price. If you want any help, it's no problem, mate.
I'll get cut. Oh wow! I'm gonna hit another one. So what else has been happening this year? In golf. What about your equipment?
Equipment-wise, nothing has changed at all. I haven't. Everything's all the same that it has been for the last 2 seasons now. Since I got the XR range from Callaway, nothing's changed as of yet. Again, can I blame the equipment for some issues? I do find that they go a little bit too sweet, and I've just no idea of distance control with them yet. So maybe I have to get that checked out. But yeah, nothing's changed otherwise.
Go on, Rob. You get in there, mate.
You want me to do another one?
Right, I'm going to get some questions from Instagram. See what's coming up. First one I've just read. How tall are you?
5'6".
5'6". Rob should do a skills challenge.
Nervous?
We're going to do one. We're going to do a skills challenge.
Nervous?
Favourite 3-wood ever tested?
We've only tested one 3-wood. And that was the Big Bertha double diamond back hippo crocker pig tortoise thing.
Okay, nice. I like it.
Yeah, that one.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't hit it well.
Best shot you've ever hit?
The 2 holes in one I've had.
There you go. Is that one more than me?
And the eagle at the second at Leyland as well.
Go on, hit another one. See if you can get another hole in one here, because that first one was pretty awesome. Oh, Potter. Oh, nice friendly kick. Look at this. I'm going to get you to hit another one. What iron are you currently using? You're still using the XRs, aren't you?
Still using the XR Pros at the moment, yeah.
How long have you had them in the bag? About 3 years, 2 years?
2-3 years now. 2 years.
Ooh, this is a good question. How do you plan on becoming a lower handicapper? I'm trying to do the same. What do you feel like in your game? Apart from the injury, what do you feel like in your game is lacking?
It's consistency at the minute, because I'm not able to get out there and practice and do as much practice as I wanted to. I practiced a lot in winter last year.
Do you think you over practice?
We've had this discussion in the past, and you've said I have. I mean, I practiced a lot last winter because normally at one time, come the 31st of October, I used to put my clubs away. I never used to touch them until the 1st of April at all. Didn't practice at all through winter. And the last couple of years I've been practicing through winter because I'm trying to get that much better. So last year the practice went really, really well. I came to see you for my first lesson. I always come back to Rick and go, kind of like teach me I'm a beginner again.
We've really had, maybe 2 lessons this year?
I had 2 lessons, that's all I've had off you this year.
Not had a lot, have we?
Right at the start and right near the end. And when I came to Rick at the start of the year, just after we did the review, the last lot of reviews we did, and you said it was the best you've seen me swing.
This is the thing, you look at Rob and the way he tests, the way he hits it, he rips it, absolutely rips it. I think there's a couple of things that stop you from getting low as you could do. I think potentially you put too much emphasis on the thought process before you play. Possibly, I think you over prepare sometimes. I think, but it's hard for you to just go there and not over prepare. I get that. I'm very much the opposite. I'll rock up 10 minutes late and play really well, where you're better at getting there 2 hours early.
You was my biggest frustration for caddying last year.
When Rob caddied for me last year, I remember the first time he picked up my bag and said, right, I'll come and pick you up 2 hours before we play. I'll take your clubs the night before. And I'm like, no, Rob, that's not how I roll. I'm turning up to the first tee dirty clubs and I don't know if I've got enough golf balls in my bag. Where you like to pace and get everything right. You'd walk the course if you could do.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I have done. I've done many times and walked the courses beforehand.
I'm trying to challenge Rob to try and play a little bit more freehand and almost just go out and play. But it's difficult, I get that.
Yeah, because you sent me a challenge this year, and I managed to, I wrote it down. I had a book that I was trying to do. Every round of golf I did, I was going to write down how I played and how I felt I played. So I've got, I can look back at it for the year afterwards, and kind of like my notes for the year sort of thing. And you challenged me to that. You challenged me to whisk ball, go out there with none of my gizmos. If you ever see Lee and Harry,
don't go out with any of his Bushnells or his measuring devices.
No Bushnells, no measuring devices, nothing like that, and just go out and play roll golf. And I did go out and play it, and it was actually quite refreshing to go out and play like that as well.
I even challenged Rob to go and play golf hungover. Like, go have a massive night the night before and go and play golf the next morning, just completely unprepared. Go to the first tee in the same clothes you went out in the night before. That's how unprepared I want Rob to be.
And to be fair, I did that in July, and I came home after what was supposed to be 10-pin bowling and a beer after work. I came home at 3:30 in the morning. I then walked to the golf course and sobered up on the 15th hole, where I then played 3 good holes of golf.
All right, maybe 15 weren't so good. Okay, we've got another question coming in. Hit another shot for me, Rob. People want to see you hit shots, not me. What handicap is realistic for Rob? Let me answer that one. What handicap? I think single figures is incredibly realistic for Rob. I think if Rob can strike his middle irons, his wedges, this is actually going in. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's hit 3 shots, all within birdie putting range. I've not even hit the green with 1 shot. I've hit 1 shot out of bounds. For me, Rob hits his irons incredibly well. He's accurate with his driver. He has a slight right and left miss every now and again with the big stick. And then for me, he's just sharpening up short game, getting really good with the wedges. But having that feel and that flair that I feel like sometimes Rob slightly misses on the shots. But single figures easily within his capabilities. And if we can stay injury free for next year, I think there's a big chance for that. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, we said exactly the same thing at the start of the year. I had that one lesson. Rick and me, devised a plan like we've just discussed about what we wanted to go and do. And I walked out of there going, I can do this. I can honestly, truthfully do this. I actually felt I could lose 4 shots and get a really low one in there. And to win one of the captain's qualifiers, I was like, this is setting me up really, really well. And I was proper giddy about it. And it just kind of deflated after that. And it then makes you it made me anyway, look back at myself and go into a bit of a reflectionist, which I don't really like to be that type of person, but I'd no other choice but to be that way because of what was happening. So yeah, I'd like to get to it. That's the main goal.
Guys, comment below. Do you think Rob can get down single figures? I certainly believe so, 100%, because I feel like he's got the game to get there. He just needs to stay injury free and just play some good, solid golf and play it. And it's difficult, but play kind of more golf. It's really difficult at the moment.
The problem that's been for playing golf regular at one time was because my shift system that I was working on. Now I'm 5 days a week. I've got every weekend free. So no matter what the weather is, I could go out and go and play. The biggest crux for this year has been my short game. It's been horrendous. And we've commented before that, all right, I'm very technical on my putting, but my putting, you even said on video, has been the best part of my game. Really good. This year has been absolutely dog awful. It's been revoltingly horrible. And my short game especially, which proved it when I came and had the lesson with you just recently. And that's, bunker play, for example, I've had 4 out of bounds from greenside bunker shots, which is no real good thing to have. Yeah,
and it's one of those things because we've not had to spend loads of time this year together. It's been difficult to monitor that sometimes. Maybe getting out on the golf course a bit more next year would be great for
that. If we can do, yeah.
Last question I'm going to ask you from Facebook. Some good ones, really good.
There's one about a mankini. That was quite funny.
Let's not get into that one. Oh yeah, can you play the mankini? Let's not go with that one.
It's happening in February.
A lot of people are definitely asking about your handicap. It's an interesting question. This is one I don't know if I've ever. I would have definitely asked you at some point. Or do you feel that's the best part of your game? Or do you think? What do you think is the best part?
Best part of my game, up until this year, and I said my putting. Yeah. Since people have mocked me for this, but I don't really care. Aim point is the best thing I've learned in golf. It's really absolutely great. For the single thing you can learn, aim point has been the best thing that I've learned, and it proved that in the vlogs that we did the other year. Especially at Fleetwood. All right, took a bit of time, but I was sinking the putts in. And my handicap was, my putting was the best it had been. So I'd say My driver, because I'm a half decent driver most of the time, and this year has actually been pretty good. It's just been the rest of my game that's been pants, and generally been putting.
I would say, and I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of your game as handicap format.
Yeah, cool.
I would say as a driver of the golf ball, you play off 10.
Yeah.
I would say your irons, you play off 8. The way you strike your irons, and I'm talking probably 7, 8, 9 wedge. I think 6-5 hybrids, they're not the strongest part of your game. I would say you're more like a 15, 16 handicapper with those.
I agree with that.
Wedges is very streaky. I mean, we can go from a 5 handicapper to a 20 handicapper like that.
Yeah.
So that's hard to put a number on. And for me, again, your putting's a little bit like that. I think when it's hot, it's single figure every single day. Yeah. And then the weird one is your mental approach. I think you mentally approach the game like a sophisticated tour pro. But I wouldn't then put your handicap as a sophisticated tour pro. I'd actually put that as for me personally, as a hindrance on you slightly.
Yeah.
So you kind of get to that middle ground where we see that 13 handicapper. So we're going to do a little bit more work with Rob this year and certainly get on the golf course a little bit more. Let's have one last final. I feel like I need a bit of redemption on this.
Do you want it one then? Go on, I'll let you, please.
I'll hit one more.
Anywhere that's not left.
He's absolutely battered me. I'm going to put this mic. By the way, I'm using this mic because we've only got one mic today. Mine's been a bit faulty, so let me put this in my pocket. You can comment on this, Rob.
So, what are you hitting, Rick?
I'm going to hit an 8 iron.
You're going to hit an 8 iron, are you? Right.
I don't know where the ball's going at the moment, Rob.
Anywhere but not left. Oh, it's not bad. It's not bad. He's still not inside me though.
I'm not even hitting the green, Rob.
Like I said, I can offer lessons if you need them. Go for it.
We're looking forward to testing today.
I'm looking forward to testing everything. I've been giddy, like a kid in a sweet shop in here. I like the fact of the public have actually asked, and we've gone for what they want me to hit, and not what we're choosing to hit. I like that idea. I like the interaction that we're doing with that.
By the way, I hit the green then. You noticed that?
Yeah, but you're still further away. Sorry, love.
Quite the player. Yeah, so this time we've taken note of what you guys want to see Rob test, and we're testing 3 irons, 3 drivers. We've got one driver we're not fully sure about. We've got 2 options for one of the drivers. We'll come back to that. We're going to do an FS Set Skills Challenge, and we had this little informal chit-chat as well. I think it's important to get the understanding of Rob and where his game is at the moment, and why I love using Rob, because I think his swing from an iron standpoint and driver standpoint is so good and so consistent. That's what I love about Rob, in his way that he hits the golf ball. A lot of 13 handicappers and a different ability. You know, you could never categorize all the same 13 handicappers the same, because some will be incredibly streaky. But Rob, for me, is a relatively, very consistent with his driver and his irons. It's just other parts of his game's not super consistent.
Well, it's like I said, I did my, I've done my first YouTube vlog, proper one yesterday.
Subscribe to Rob's YouTube channel, guys. The link in the description below.
Yeah, the first video's all right. The rest of them, you will fall asleep at them. But nonetheless.
Nice plug.
Yeah, nice plug. Really good plug. See, I'm not bothered about all that. But I did the thing, and I said I reviewed myself afterwards. I had a decent practice session after the 100 golf balls, and I said the one thing I want to work on this year is strike. And it's interesting what you've just said there, and I appreciate what you just said. I don't take insult to it at all, because I agree with you. I want to be able to get on a golf course and go, no matter what golf club I'm going to pick out of that bag, I can strike it, and I want to concentrate on strike. We've gone back to a method that was what we used the first time we started having coaching together, didn't we? And it's just kind of clicked it. As you can see today, I've hit some great shots. And I'm quite happy with those. And what I want to try and do now is get onto where I know I can get a golf club out of that bag, and no matter what club it is, I'm going to hit it. And I'm going to hit it all right. I'm going to hit it what I want it to do. I suppose what everybody wants to do, but...
Have you ever tested single length?
Yes, we did.
The original ones?
Yeah, we did the original ones, yeah.
Just wondering, that might be an interesting idea to go down. We'll let us know in the comments below whether you want to see that. Right, go on, finish me off then, Rob. Let's get it inside that. Don't give me that look.
What, to finish you off? Really? Okay. I'll finish Rick off, no problem. Oh, it's left.
Not that bad.
Oh, it's still inside yours. Oh, bunkered. At least make you feel normal.
I've been hitting it awful recently, Rob. I'm not going to lie to you. I might be the 13 handicapper tester next year. We might swap places. So, guys, there's a little bit of a overview of what Rob is and where his position is at the moment. He gets unfairly a lot of kind of negative comments on, so not loads, but a few select ones about his handicap. And unfortunately, not everyone's kind of got the ability to play loads and practice loads. And Rob's really not done a great deal this year. Next year, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be a much more successful year. And I can get him a single figure handicapper and employ a new mid-handicapper. So I've got a lot lined up to take your place, Rob.
Yeah, I saw if you want there. I'd like to be at place. Yeah, fair enough.
So guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the reviews coming soon. If you've not seen any of Rob's reviews yet and you've just watched this video, click the link up there in the corner. We've got tens and tens of, we've not got to 100 videos just yet, but we've certainly got a lot up there in the corner if you want to see any of the videos. We're going to do some more next year as well, but we're going to start off with 3 drivers, 3 irons, and FSX skills challenge. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. Lots more to come. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe. Subscribe to Rob as well. Click the link up here in his corner. And where I'm going to put it, I'm going to put it next to your head. In fact, I'm going to put it on your head. Stay exactly where you are. Stay tuned. Lots more to come, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
See ya.
Let's do some testing.
Belting.
Stop beating me on camera, please, Rob.
Well, I'll try not to.
What have we said? I said don't get lower than 13 and don't beat me on camera.
I have to go back under the
stairs. Yeah, go. Get out of there. Stay tuned. More videos to come soon.